Boo! Are you ready for a jump scare? And no, not that one. I meant hopefully I didn't scare anyone there. But there is something that might be scary on the screen for some people, and that's the fact that the Switch just got updated version 20.0.0. And look, do I look like a character profile picture now? I could be Captain Andre, look at that. In any case, we did a whole tour of the update already, which includes the new virtual game card feature, game sharing, which will work once Switch 2 comes out, and a few other things, which is pretty cool. But one thing we missed, as pointed out to us by Skyler Thompson, I believe, on Twitter, is that they also updated some of the profile icons available on the, the profile screen for the different characters. So what you're looking at right now is the old screen, but if you're ready for a jump scare, here comes a new one. Are you ready? Buckle up. Here it comes. Oh my god, isn't that terrifying? Okay. So yes, they actually updated almost all the top level, or actually they updated all the major Mario Cast renders here, and some of the 2D art as well. But the main thing here, as you can probably see, is the updated Donkey Kong from his old design to be the new one that's been reflected in Donkey Kong Bonanza and now Mario Kart World as well. So for comparison, let's go back to the old one again. Old Donkey Kong, new Donkey Kong, old DK, new DK. So the really crappy thing about this too is this isn't just an option available. No, this now replaces the original icon, as far as we know, permanently. In fact, if you had the old icon selected, it's gone now. It's already been updated to the new one. Now, not all hope is lost, as I believe there are still some profile icon sets available if you did the missions for them, I think, for like Donkey Kong Country Returns, that still do use the old renders, so you can technically use those if you have them. I don't right now, because I never did the missions for them. Maybe there's other ways to claim them, I don't know, but I don't have them, that is more my point. So, which means if you used DK before, or you wanted DK, you're stuck with this new render, assuming you don't have access to the others. And that kind of stinks. Even though I do like the new design, it should be an option, and they absolutely should not be replacing their people's existing profile picture with new ones that they didn't opt into. That's a little weird, Nintendo, I'm gonna admit it. Can't really sugarcoat that one. I will say though, the rest of the icon changes actually look gorgeous. Let's go ahead and bring them in here. Look at the top level. Look, I'm gonna turn off. So here are the new ones again. Here are the old ones. Look at the lighting difference. It looks so much better on the new ones. These almost look like 64 renders by comparison from like Mario Kart 64, whereas the new ones look great. They look more lively, less flat, and so I can see why they updated Donkey Kong as part of this, but it doesn't even work, it's not even coherent with the rest, which just got modest updates, whereas Donkey Kong got a complete, face transplant, essentially. Okay, it's not that different. I'm a huge fan of the new art once again, but this is kind of wild. Even some of the 2D art down below got updated too. Look at that. You can see Yoshi changed. And Donkey Kong as well, the second version of Donkey Kong also changed there as well. I'm pointing as if you can see where I'm pointing at. This just makes a big hand. In any case, I could use my controller if I were smart. Oh wait, I can't because, wait, yes I can. There we go, that's the icon that I was talking about. But also if you look down below, some of the other, game icons changed too. The Yoshi egg, the star, the fire, actually Firefly did not change, I think. And the mushroom changed. Anything else? The rest look the same to me, including Toadette, Toad, which, yeah, actually shouldn't Toad be getting updated too? In any case. Yeah, so this is pretty strange, chat. What do you make of this? What do you think? Are these good changes? Are you upset by these changes? I mean, for me personally, all of these are fine, minus DK. Even for me personally, it's fine. I love the new design a lot. I like the old design too, but the new design looks really good. But again, it's really kind of crappy of Nintendo to take out the old render and force this new design onto us without even giving us the option or even a heads up, Maybe some people don't want to represent the new design, right? That's their prerogative, and Nintendo's like, no, you're taking it. In any case, obviously not a huge deal either way, but it does, it is unfortunate for those who like the old DK design. Furthermore, I have to admit, I think this does show, this is perhaps the strongest sign yet, that this is the new DK design, that they are not going back to the old one anytime soon, which is hilarious given the fact that Universal's just opening up a Super Nintendo World, still not even officially open to the public, using the old design here and not the new one. So really interesting stuff happening with Donkey Kong, and it seems like as we enter the Switch 2.0 era, this is the look they want people to know Donkey Kong by. So there you go, chat. What do you think of this? Are you concerned? Is this a problem? Should they have done it another way? Should they have let us keep the old icons? In fact, maybe what they should do is make it so like there's skins for these icons, where you can go back to older renditions by pressing plus on each one. Wouldn't that be neat? I think so. So you can go back to the old set if you wanted to. Again, this whole thing's a little weird. I don't think, is there a precedent for this? I don't think Nintendo's done this before. This might be setting a whole new precedent for icons being updated in the future. Like, again, maybe Captain Toad eventually. In any case, that's all I got for you now. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Is this a big deal? Is it not? Should Nintendo have gone about this a different way? I want to hear your thoughts. Again, I do feel bad for anyone who preferred the old DK design, as they're now basically stuck with this new one, minus the tiles they can unlock from, or the icon sets they can unlock from the older games. Alright, I'm repeating myself now. We're out. Catch you later. Bye, everyone.